This eyeliner look is extremely simple, but one of the things I wanted to take you through is what I do for my skin before a night out, because I can normally expect to be out quite late and the alcohol will dry out your skin, so I like to prepare my skin a little bit and try and minimise the damage by making sure that it's very well moisturised, and I always use coconut oil for this, and I always make sure that I apply as much of it to the areas which tend to get pretty dry, so around my cheeks and around my eyes I always apply a lot more coconut oil. And then I apply BB cream, and while I'm applying it, if I can feel any areas on my skin which are already starting to feel a little bit dry, then I add more coconut oil, and it will make my skin look a little oily at first, but it's okay because we're going to apply powder afterwards which will help that, and it means that your skin feels really nice at the end of the night instead of feeling terrible. Normally for a night out I don't really bother with blush because I've already got quite red cheeks and it tends to show up enough through the BB cream. I mainly focus on my eyes and the lip colour and making sure that things like the redness on the corner of my eyes are all completely covered up. Once I've applied the BB cream, I just like to press my fingers all over my face. It helps it melt into the skin a little better because of the heat from your fingers, and it won't have those stripes that a makeup brush can leave. Now of course if you prefer a makeup brush then go ahead and use that, whatever works better for you. Next I'm going to fill in my brows. My brows tend to get a little bit thin and odd looking at the very arch of it, mainly because I overplucked them when I was younger, which was a very stupid thing to do because now I quite like thick brows, which of course is typical, but I fill in those areas just because they're the areas that get very thin, and anything else I don't like filling it in. If it doesn't need to be touched, I just leave it alone. And then for the skin, just so that I don't look like a complete oil bucket, I'm going to be using HD powder, and I'm mainly going to focus it on the T-zone. I'm not going to touch the sides of the cheeks along the jawline because that tends to get quite dry, and obviously if I put powder on it, it's going to dry out the skin, so I'm going to leave that be. Next I'm going to apply primer all over the lid, though mainly you need it on the outer corner of the lid where most of the design work is going to be. I'm going to line the eye, and the easiest way to get the perfect liner is to get a brush, put it on the side of your nose and rest it so that it touches the very edge of your eye and the end of your eyebrow, and it's the easiest way to make sure that your eyeliner is perfect. And now we're just going to follow the crease. Draw a line which draws up and towards the crease, and then make that top line reach to the end of your eyeliner. Now we're going to do 3 dots leading out from the edge of the triangle, and then I'm going to go over everything and make sure that it's completely perfect before taking black eyeshadow and pressing that over the liner and running whatever's left on the brush through the lower lashes and then blending them out. Sometimes on a night out I'll wear lashes, but mainly lashes just on the outer corner so I don't have the risk of them lifting and then having to fix them in a bathroom somewhere. But tonight I wasn't really feeling like I wanted to wear false lashes, so instead I just decided to curl them. And yes, this is a curler, and it's actually really good for catching the lashes on the very outer corner of your eye, which most lash curlers tend to miss. And then of course I'm going to add a rhinestone somewhere, but if you don't want a rhinestone, something else you can do is take gold liner and then outline everything you've just drawn, and that also looks really nice. I prefer to use an OCC lip tar if I'm going out and I'm going to be doing anything like eating or drinking, because lipstick's just going to come off with anything like that. And then I'm just going to neaten up the edges with a nude lip liner, and that's it, I'm done.